Good evening. Good evening, everybody. If you would, you can make your way over here between the Bull Creek and Star Creek banners. We've got some snacky food you guys can enjoy. There's the bar in the back, and thank you for being here.
Test.
Hello? If everybody would come in and grab a seat, we're going to get started here with Bull Alley and Embryo Alley in just a minute.
All right. Good evening. Good evening, everyone. Is everybody ready for Bull Alley and Embryo Alley? We'd also, before we get started, just like to make sure we thank our live stream sponsors, Brent and Cindy Bolin, Lynn and Jen Torgerson, and Chad and Janelle Smith. They've made this possible to be live streaming through the internet. Were we going to do national anthem or anything like that?
They don't have anybody lined up right now.
Okay, very good. Make sure and thank all your other Horn Showcase sponsors today too, but especially for tonight for Bull Alley. We recognize those live stream sponsors. That is extremely loud. And we're ready to go. Do I just need to back off of it? Or
No.
So Catch It is the grandmother to Rio Catch It.
Yes. She's a BJ Tommy daughter.
Yep. This is Tough Trash Checks, a Cowboy Tough Check son out of BL Rio Trasha, also known as Trash Talker. He's an October 2013 bull, known of the famous Loomis bull, Cowboy Tough Checks, that just sold to Richard Phillip for $165,000. He exhibits defining characteristics for early horn growth. At just 38 months of age, he reached 81.5 inches tip to tip. His sons and daughters have added size, bone, early horn growth, and excellent conformation. From beautiful lineback calves to elegant roans, his genetics are on target. The perfect cross for Jamaicaism, hunts command respect, strong butler lines. For tremendous horn, size, and color, stay focused on the goal and breed your cows to Trash Talker, priced at $100 a straw during the Horn Showcase. Buy 3 straws and get your 4th free. Today, Trash Talker measured 85 3/16 tip to tip, 105 3/8 inches total horn, 226 1/8 composite, and he weighed 1,420 pounds. You can look at his pedigree in your book there. He's lined up with a very, very much heavy hitters in that pedigree. We've already talked about Cowboy Tough Checks, and then Rio Grande again on the bottom, and Catch It's grandmother, the VJ Tommy daughter, BL Catch It. He's got a pedigree built for home runs. So take a swing, get your 3 straws, buy 3, get the 4th one free.
In the ring, we have Hot Playboy. He is an '07 son of Hotspot 7 out of JP Grandin. He is consistently outproducing himself since the beginning of his days at Panther Creek Ranch. He was a favorite of Joe Valentine's and would talk to everyone who would listen to how wonderful he was. Joe and Lorinda used Hot Playboy for many years before he was sold to a close friend, Matt Durkin of Texas, Perfection Longhorns. He performed very well for Matt and won wonderful herd sire for his program. If you look at the Hudson Longhorns site, you will find several Hot Playboy daughters, including one of the elite cattle section. Debbie Bowman has an over 80-inch tip-to-tip daughter, and Country Checks is 84 inches tip-to-tip. Son, current sire by Infinity Land and Cattle. At only 73 and 1/8 inches tip-to-tip, Hot Playboy has produced offspring that are well horn length over 80 inches tip-to-tip. He is currently breeding our entire herd, not only mature cows, but also first calf heifers. He will be bred to WS Rainbow later this year for what we can only anticipate as a spectacular pairing. Please view our website, I'm going to spell it, MONMEL longhorns.com, to see more of his progeny and yourself, why to use him in your herd. Today he measured 97 and 11/16 total horn and weighed in at 1585.
Just say it. Just say it. You sounded good on the back part. I think it's just the distance away from the mic.
Okay. You say just stay closer to the mic. Pacific Cowboy 40, Cowboy Upcheck's son out of RC Pacific Mermaid, who has made a name for herself, and you'll hear more about later. The genetic contribution this bull can make to the industry has not yet been felt, but the legacy he is sure to leave will not soon be forgotten. His sire is Cowboy Upchecks, full brother to Cowboy Tough Checks and Cowboy Catch It Checks. His dam is a young cow in her prime, in the prime of her life, and is making herself known as one of the most elite and consistent producers the industry's ever seen. The Helms have a half-sister out of Mermaid that is measuring 87 inches tip-to-tip at 4 1/4 years of age. Ty Wearing has a full sister to Pacific Cowboy that is a Horn Showcase champion in 2016, with other half-siblings including Tsunami, Concealed Identity, LM Hurricane, and Outsider, to name a few. The money generated by this cow is amazing, with embryo calves selling for an $18,000 average. Buying semen on Pacific Cowboy today is a most economical way to acquire these genetics and catapult your program forward. His daughters are routinely over 32 inches at 12 months of age, with an assorted base of females with outstanding conformation, most of the offspring showing brindle at a young age. Pacific Cowboy is extremely correct, with great bone structure, deep hip, lots of depth, chest and spring of rib. He is the ideal sire to add horn conformation all in one step. He measured today 84 and 5/8 inches tip to tip, 100 3/8 inches total horn, and he weighed 1,420 pounds. Perfect package to put together this weekend and add to your herd. Pacific Cowboy 40.
Dash for Cash. Dash for Cash was born on 6/11/2010, a son of Wyoming Warpaint out of Ima Wiz. Dash for Cash is the Van Gogh of the Texas Longhorn sires today. His calves are absolutely gorgeous from the moment they hit the ground. His daughters have brought very good money at the Midwest Invitational Sale in Kansas. His son Rose House measured over 40 inches tip to tip at 12 months. His daughters sell in the sale tomorrow night and measured 43.875 at 15.5 months. At this rate, she should be pushing high 60s at 24 months of age. His granddaughter, that is owned by Alex Dees, placed second in a huge class of the Rocky Mountain Fraternity this year. He is a half-brother to Eternal Diamond that is over 95 inches tip to tip. Dash for Cash is a full brother to JBR Cash. Dash has worked very well on our barbecue daughters as well as Trail Dust 40 daughters. He consistently out in predictability of this family is second to none. The McGill cattle perform so well with this line breeding that you can hit it out cross line, such as Tejas Star, Cowboy Checks, Rio Grande, or Maximus. Horn Showcase Special, $50 per straw. Dash has made us a lot of money with a lot of repeat customers. He can do the same for you. Today he measured 103 and 15/16 total horn, and he weighed in at 1,500 pounds. I can just let you read it. I don't have to.
Swagger BCB, the JP Rio Grande son out of Ring-a-Dinger. Swagger BCB is a top producing herd sire for Bull Creek and Bolin Longhorn ranches. He's a son of two of the most productive and well-known parents in the breed today, of Rio Grande and Ring-a-Dinger. Swagger is a long-bodied, he's flat horned, small ears, and balance in his conformation. His calves are showing early growth, fast-growing horns, and they are as colorful as you could ask for. He's been well represented in the futurities, multiple winners, including a daughter who won the Grand Champion Heifer title at the Southeastern Winchester Futurity. His daughters are making fine young mothers with tight, full udders. One of his sons has a job at El Coyote Ranch. We're pleased to have him here at Bull Alley. This bull's owned by the Bolin Torkelson Partnership. He measured 79 and 1/8 inches tip to tip today. He weighs 1,680 pounds and got a great track record behind Ring-a-Dinger and Rio Grande. You got an opportunity to put some swag in your bag today and add these genetics to your herd. See these folks back here at Champion and get some Swagger BCB genetics to take home with you. That also brings up a time to remind you that Brent and Cindy Bolin were one of our sponsors for the live stream. They've contributed a lot to the Horn Showcase and numerous events over the years. They're the breeders of 50/50 BCB, Ringman BCB, Swagger BCB, Ringleader BCB, and All In BCB.
RC Pacific Mermaid was born on 1/5/2010. She is a daughter of Tejas Star out of Cranberry Wine. Today she measured in at 82 and 1/8 inches tip to tip, tipping the scales at 1,350 pounds. She is owned by Buffalo Gap Longhorns. RC Pacific Mermaid is a proven producer of bighorn, big-bodied cows. At only age 7, she has produced 5 offspring over 80 inches tip to tip. Mermaid's offspring include Horn Showcase champions, SHR Majestic Mermaid at 87 inches tip to tip and owned by Helm Cattle Company. RC Tsunami at 82.5 tip to tip, bull owned by Gilliland Ranch, and JTW Mermaid Up owned by Ty Waring. Her offspring also include the 84-inch tip to tip RM Texas Mermaid and 82.5 tip to tip Cowboy Pacific Cowboy 40 that we've seen earlier. You can also count ZD Pocket Cash, RZ Neptune, LL, Trident, Outsider, ZD Cowboy. Only now, turning 5 years old, Mermaid has been successfully crossed to Conceal Weapon, Cowboy Up Checks, ZD Kelly, Cowboy Tough Checks, Hubble's 20 gauge, and CV Call of Duty. Buffalo Gap Longhorns has heifer and bull calves out of Call of Duty and Hubble's 20 gauge born in June and July 2017. They will be weaned in December and January of this year and first of next, ready for pickup at that time. This is a unique opportunity to boost your program and exponentially.
Sam Checks 708, the Dauntless Longhorns Millions Partnership, the Joaquin son out of BL Sadie, the great pedigree here that come from the Loomis Ranch. No smoking opium here, folks. Breeding huge horn Texas Longhorns that bring valuable offspring to today's marketplace is no easy task. Bob Loomis bred Sam Checks 708, stacks the odds in your favor. He's a female producer, and the proof is in the progeny. With only 18 TLBAA registered daughters out there, half of them are in the mid-70s to upper 80s tip to tip. A 7-year-old daughter measures 90 1/4 inches, and a 3-year-old measures 74 inches. She is on her way to 90 inches as well. He has no hunts command respect, JP Rio Grande, Jamaicism, Tejas Star, Drag Iron, or Cowboy Tough Checks in his blood. Sam Checks is an outcross bull that you need. Serious breeders take their breeding seriously. Take a chance at Sam Checks here. 81 1/4 inches tip to tip today. Got the Loomis genetics backing him up. It's going to be a great outcross bull. Check with Dauntless Longhorns and Millions Partnership and put some Sam Checks in your tank.
That's exactly right. I won't. In the ring, we have Rowdy HR. He is owned by Dale Hunt. Date of birth of 3/15/2012. He is a son of JR Grand Slam out of the infamous producing LLL Rosemary cow. Today, he measured 105.8 inches of total horn, and he tipped the scales at 1,575 pounds. Rowdy HR is an embryo bull sired by the great Grand Slam and LL Rosemary 35/4. He was 80 inches tip to tip at age 3. His embryo brother are Big Red HR, who is 80 inches tip to tip at 3. His full brother HR Slams Rose sold for $80,000 to 2016 legacy sale, nearing 90 inches tip to tip. Rowdy HR comes from a true and magical line. Thank you to Dale Hunt for bringing him here for you guys today. Stop by Champion and put some semen in your tank.
JBR Eclipse. He's brought to you today by the Chisholm Trail Cartel. Measured 76 and 15/16 inches tip to tip, 93 1/4 inches total horn, 203 11/16 composite, mashing the scales down at 1,420 pounds. What else can you ask for in a herd sire? His pedigree is a genetic gold mine with a three-quarter of the grandparents, Cowboy Tough Checks, BL Rio Catch It, and Eternal Diamond over 90 inches. The remaining grandsire is Wyoming War Paint, who has a total horn champ for 6 years in the industry. In addition to his pedigree, he includes such immortals as Rio Grande at 82 inches, ECR Eternal Terry at 89.5, after tipping her horn 3 different times, and Tari Graves at 81 inches. He's an elite bull with great color, conformation, and disposition. He has won the Horn Showcase Futurity twice, as well as winning Horn Showcase Superior Award twice. To date, no other bull has achieved this honor. His pedigree is stacked with 3 animals over 90 inches, 4 over 80, 19 over 70. Eclipse's calves are very correct. Conformational structure with an assortment of color patterns. We are proud to have him at the Chisholm Trail Cartel, which is JBR Longhorns, Rockin' Eye Longhorns, Bentwood Ranch, and Gilliland Ranch. It's a great opportunity to add explosive genetics to your herd. Make sure and get with these folks this weekend and put some Eclipse in your herd.
Big Red HR was born on 3/9/2012. He is a JR Grand Slam out of the LLL Rosemary cow. Today, he tipped the scales at 1,825 pounds. Big Red HR is a embryo full brother to Rowdy HR, the recent $100,000 bull with another full brother at the 80,000 Slams Rose, the 80-inch tip-to-tip daughter of JR Grand Slam. This exceptional 4-year-old sire measures 84 tip-to-tip and 90 total horn and weighs over 1,700. Big Red HR is the most tip-to-tip and our biggest of all the full brothers and sisters. His calves have been some of the flashiest calves we've ever had. His disposition is that we look for in every bull. This family genetics has been proven and consistent in every top herd today. We are offering the craziest semen special anybody has ever seen. Check with Sampion Genetics. They've got a current list on all the sires back there, and they can get some Big Red in your tank.
Weren't they doing a raffle for a gun on everybody that bought semen? I don't know, I hadn't heard that. SL Cowboy Grande, 81 inches today. He mashed down the scales at 1,500 pounds. Let's also take a minute and thank Chad and Janelle, not just for bringing him, but also sponsoring this live stream. You can check them out at SmithLonghorns.com. And Chad's worked his hind end off to make and prepare things to be very pleasurable and to meet your expectations for this horn showcase. And don't let it go unnoticed. Give him a big round of applause when you get a chance. This Cowboy Casanova's son out of Shamrock Little Blackie is, like I said, today we measured 81 inches. Multiple Horn Showcase champion along with winning Ultimate Bull twice. He's produced multiple Showcase champions and futurity winners. His daughters are averaging $16,000 at sales. Shamrock Little Blackie is a daughter of Rio Grande and the famous Texana Van Horn. SL Cowboy Grande brings a big frame, muscle, early horn twist to the table. He has 8 80-inch animals in his pedigree. Cedar View Ranch and Longhorn Creek Ranch used him in 2016, and semen will be for sale this weekend at the Horn Showcase for $75 a straw. Sequential Stars, the Grand Slam daughter out of Stars Southern Accent. She's as Western as a cattle drive, as classic as a Gibson guitar, as mellow as Eddie Arnold's yodel. That's Sequential Stars. A cow that Darlene Aldridge is very proud of to have bred and raised. She is absolutely beautiful, from her fancy red and white coat, her high sweeping horns that measure 84 3/4 inches tip to tip, 114 3/8 inches total horn, and a composite measurement of 225 3/8 inches. She weighed 1,135 pounds today. Her huge body and great conformation, her ability to raise one of the largest calves on the ranch, gentle disposition, and so many other qualities that can only be truly appreciated by a Texas Longhorn breeder. Sequential Stars already has one daughter, Kinetic Motion of Stars, that measured well into the 90s today. She's a producing machine. Darlene is offering embryo calves from Sequential Stars for $20,000. Embryos will be produced through IVF procedure. Buyer can select the sex of embryo, bull or heifer. Buyer can select the sire of the embryo with final approval from Star Creek Ranch. The buyer is guaranteed a live and healthy calf. The calf becomes the property of the buyer at birth. A non-refundable, unless embryo cannot be produced, deposit of $500 is required to hold the buyer's spot. Talk to Darlene Aldridge about full details of this offer. She also has some frozen embryos that can visit with you about if you are interested. Take one final look at this awesome cow. There aren't many like her, and she's already produced a 90-inch horn female. I might chime in with you on this one.
You give her help. We've got Cowboy Catch It checks in the ring. Today he measured in at 83 3/8 tip to tip with 105 3/4 total horn, tipping the scales at 1,590 pounds. He is a son of Cowboy Checks out of the 97-inch horn BL Rio Catch It. Here's a bull that came ready to do his job. He brought some of the most powerful genetics that the breed had ever seen. What has been even more important is the ability to pass this on to his offspring. In one generation, Cowboy Catch It Checks has elevated the horn measurements in 12 and 24 and even 36 months like no other bull we've ever used. That, along with the fact that he puts brindle on the overwhelming majority of his calves. He has been sired several fraternity winners for us. The bull doesn't just walk the walk, he can talk the talk. He is bad to the bone.
Justin, I tell you, I don't know if there's another bull. I'm sure there's another bull maybe that's traveled as much as this bull and as many different herds as he covers. If you get a chance before you go over there to Champion, you probably need to visit with Jimmy and Nancy and Terry and Mark and all those that have offspring out of Cowboy Catch It. They're winning on so many levels. not just the functionality that they get out of these calves. They're winning futurities, they're winning horn showcase measuring. The color is outstanding, the conformation of these calves, and the bull travels all over the country year-round, endlessly covering a large number of cattle with great success. Go visit with those folks, see what they've done with him, and then go and put some in your tank and take your herd to the next level. Doesn't matter, whatever you want to do. You talk about a guy that's happy to be here. Comes in G&L Johnny Ringo, brought to you by Kent and Sandy Harrell. Today he measured 72 and 7/16 inches total horn. He weighed 1,295 pounds. Going back to Rio Grande on top and drag iron on the bottom, they've acquired this exciting young bull last year at the TLBA Horn Showcase from Dr. Gene and Lana Hightower. He was a Millennium Futurity High Point Grand Champion bull, as well as a 2016 Horn Showcase Futurity Grand Champion bull. Besides these illustrious titles, he has already placed first at the TLBAA World Show Open in his class. Grand Champion bull at East Texas State Fair, Grand Champion bull at State Fair of Texas, and Grand Champion bull at Louisiana State Fair. His gentle disposition and easy handling is making him quite popular on the ranch. He is now servicing several of our young heifers. We can hardly wait till the fall of 2017 to see his offspring. Ringo is AI certified number 876, and semen is available. Get it while you can.
Go ahead. I love this song. I can rock it. Ladies and gentlemen, you have the opportunity to look at Stack Deck in front of you right now. Today he measured 78 and 15/16 tip to tip with a whopping 89 and 7/16 total horn. He tipped the scales at 1,565 pounds. He's the son of W.S. Jamaichism over a Winchester daughter. Stack Deck is a very colorful, almost 80-inch tip-to-tip bull. He is very mellow with his large frame and still growing. He has thick bones and produce multicolored offspring that have brindle. He is 4.5 years old. Will add correct longhorn traits to your program. Conventional semen is available at special volley price at $30 per straw. Also, he has 5.0 heifer sex semen available at a special horn showcase price at $120 per straw. Put these outstanding genetics in your program by grabbing some semen over at Champion. Stack Deck.
Live stream sponsors, Jen and Lynn Torgerson, Lodge Creek Longhorns, Havre, Montana. Been honored and blessed the fact that they've chipped in to help with this live stream sponsorship, coming to you all the way from Montana. Hubble's Rio 007, a Rio grandson out of G&L Working Woman, CF 3CF13, the CK Super Dixie and L Easy Woman daughter. Lynn Struthoff is selling semen this weekend for $50 a straw. The sire is Rio Graham. We've already mentioned the working woman. Has been a great producer. He has produced some nice offspring for the Struthoffs. Consistently added frame, body, size, large squared up hindquarters, and docility. Today he measured 84 and 5/16 inches tip to tip, 92 and 9/16 inches total horn, 209 and a quarter inches of composite, and he mashed the scales down at 1,800 pounds. This is, you know, JP Rio Grande, he's not that far out of the picture. You throw in the working woman genetics, and you've got just a historical clash of genetics that are going to propel you to the future and push your genetics to the next level. I think it's time to jump on board and grab a hold of 007.
What you got? Huh? It's like twice that.
Oh.
Flip the page. In the ring, we have Viper Dragon. He is owned by SS Backwards Longhorns. He measured 77 and 1/8 inches today with a whopping 1,400 pounds. He is a grandson of Drag Iron on the top side, and on the bottom, his mother is a daughter of Tempter. We want a total animal bull that doesn't happen very often. Viper Dragon is a bull that has it all: size, color, horn, pedigree, temperament, and from the heavy milking family. Viper Dragon, in the short 30 months of life, has already won back-to-back years for the Southwestern Fraternity and a Grand Champion Bull this year for Millennium Fraternity, Grand Champion Bull this year, and back-to-back fraternities of the North, and High Point Bull animal there. Viper is tall, very thick and colorful, and carrying a homozygous wild color gene. Laid back horn that was over 73 inches tip to tip in June of this year. You can go to the pasture or pen with him and scratch him all over. Viper Dragon is coming off of a breeding 40 cows in this shape. He is perfect outcross for those carrying Peacemaker, Cowboy checks, Cowboy Catch It checks, Cowboy Tough checks, Cowboy Casanova. He also does not have Hunts Commander Respect, no Sitting Bull, nor Top Caliber or Rio Grande, Boomerang or Clearwind. Not carrying any of the other top bulls. An introductory semen offering will be at $100 a straw. Thank you, Scott, for bringing this bull down for us this weekend.
These are the ones we were using earlier today. Use them, and we'll leave these on to see if it'll pick it up, because these are for the internet. WS Midnight Weapon is coming into the ring. He's a concealed weapon son out of WS Midnight, who measured 80 and 5/8 inches tip to tip today, 90 and 7/8 inches total horn, 98 and 7/8 inches total horn, and mashed the scales down at 1,655 pounds. Would you look at this big black bull with a magnitude of horn? WS Midnight Weapon has been held as black and producing through, no fault of his, but you'll start seeing his hidden jewels in upcoming futurities, horn showcase measurements, competitions. Now that he is in full production, he is following the footsteps of his parents' concealed weapon in WS Midnight, producing horn, body, unique colors such as black and white, blue roan, and Gruya. Semen is available, so don't miss out on this hidden knight. Concealed weapon out of WS Midnight. You get a splash of Jimmy Jones on top and some Tom Smith breeding on the bottom. That's a full sister rainbow. And Midnight was a full sister rainbow. You got impressive genetics that have worked time and time again, and then you get this flashy color to go along with it. I can't see where you go wrong using WS Midnight Weapon from Lumbering Farms. Too far away?
Yours is doing great, by the way.
I would put money on that.
Tiara. Tiara.
You're paid to say that.
I'm not paid.
That's even worse. You lied for free.
In the ring, we have Tiara, 166. She is an O2 daughter of Dixie Creole. On the bottom side goes Tiara Cinco de Mayo. She is a big-bodied, gorgeous black cow. You can see the proof is in the pudding with her daughter standing with her in the ring. She is the prettiest 80-inch plus tip-to-tip cow in the breed. She is a complete foundation cow you can build your program around. She is large-framed, gentle, and stays in great shape year-round. Great maternal traits and sports 80 inches plus tip-to-tip. A beautiful triple twist horn. Check out southwindlonghorns.com for details, embryo information, and productivity results. Thank you for Joe Ramos for bringing her here today. Look at those beautiful daughters. She really stamps them. They're large frame like she is. They ought to keep that elegant twist and the femininity. Again, just a wonderful cow family.
That sounded really good.
Goldmine 1 enters the ring, measuring today at 78.5 inches tip to tip, 93 3/8 inches total horn, and a composite measurement of 208 5/8 inches. Standing on the scales at 1,235 pounds, this beautiful Cowboy Catch It check son out of 2A Daisy Duke, going back to Rio Blanco checks, and some more really fancy Bob Loomis breeding. For this weekend, for every 5 straws you purchase, you'll get 1 free straw. Goldmine 1 is sired by Cowboy Catch It checks, who you've seen earlier, and the beautiful golden 2A Daisy Duke, where he gets that beautiful dun color from, who is 82 inches. Goldmine 1 has a 41 1/4 inch at 12 months, 71 1/4 inches at 24 months, 76 38 at 28 months. His first calves are on the ground, and they are wonderful. Full hips, very correct, and rainbow of colors. We feel he has a chance to be a complete producing bull, and we are very excited about his future, and you should be too. Take a splash at this bull, put some of that golden color, those big horns, thick calves, and everything else you can into your herd, and back it up with years and years of genetics that have proven themselves time after time. Goldmine 1, Pace Cattle Company.
How do you pronounce that last name?
I have a check. At least that's how I was earlier today.
CV Casanova Magnum is a CV Cowboy Casanova son out of Hubble's Rio Taffy. who is a JP Rio grandson going back to LCR Torres Roan Taffy. Today he measured in at 91 1/4 inches tip to tip, 104 3/16 total horn, and 230 1/4 composite. He weighed in at 1,615 pounds. CV Casanova Magnum is an exceptional son of Cowboy Casanova. He was bred by Todd McKnight of Cedarview Ranch. Magnum has been honored distinction with being the second bull in the Longhorn history to reach 90 inches tip to tip. His calm demeanor plus good looks have made him a favorite in the breed. Casanova Magnum is passing on his outstanding genetics in the breed with his colorful progeny. At 5 years of age, his stunning measurement, which we've covered, Casanova Magnum is still growing strong. It is such an honor to own this creature. I love this bull. Thank you for Pat and Stan Ivacek for bringing him today. Again, let's evaluate this bull. His color is fantastic. Going on further, he's got great scrotal development. He's going to pass on a lot of great early fertility in his daughters, and he definitely agrees with me. He is majestic and he is one of a kind. Thank you for bringing him here today.
Todd McKnight was the breeder of this bull and in partnership with Alex Dees. Both of these bulls are going to make 90, which I know a little better than your brother.
He's made 90, right?
He already
And
did. He's at 87 and a half or something.
Yep.
Like that. 86 and 9/16. And yes, I wrote that too.
Imagine that. Tough Stuff 103, brought to you by the McKnight Dees Mullinex partnership. The anticipation of what this bull has to offer to the industry is very exciting. He's large framed with an abundance of color. His horns measure today 86 and 9/16 inches tip to tip, while weighing 1,455 pounds. He's currently one of the longest tip to tip sons out of Cowboy Tough Checks that just sold for $165,000. And out of one of the best producing cows of all time, Field of Pearls. A statement made by Bob Loomis at the Hudson Valentine Stockyard sale, Cowboy Tough Checks has sired more 60-inch animals at 24-month-old on heifers than any other bull used at the Loomis Ranch. Loomis also feels like the most consistent bull used on their ranch. Don't overlook the maternal strength in this bull has to offer. His dam, Field of Pearls, was an ITLA all-age champion twice. Outside of a great show career, she has produced 3 sons that have went over 80 inches tip to tip. To our knowledge, the only other 2 cows to do that to date are BL Rio Catch It, also in this pedigree, and Texana Van Horn. DCCI has a bull by the name of Reckon So that is a three-quarter brother. This just shows the consistency this bull has to offer. Owned by Cedarview Ranch, CR Ranches, Brazos Rose Ranch, we all strive to produce animals that are total package. We strive for great bone structure, strong maternal traits. We want color to strive for the industry, leading genetics to continue to move our programs as well as to help move the breed forward. Semen available for $100 a straw. Pick out some semen this weekend on this big, beautiful brindle bull. Add size, color, horn. He's pushing on 90 inches. He's got a half brother that was also bred by Todd McKnight that's already over 90 inches. You can just keep on stacking the deck and use Tough Stuff 103.
They want to pick up like a form tonight or whatever to order their stuff. We got it at the TLBA booth. They can bring it back in the morning and the champion and
Okay.
whatever, or tonight, whichever.
Very good.
But we got the forms and everything.
Awesome. Remember to mention them as a sponsor for the live stream.
Here before you is Scorpion 86. He is an 08 son of Trail Dust 40 who has Hunts Commander Respect and the 80-inch Sawdust cow that goes back to the fantastic producing Tari Grays. On the bottom side, his mother is Duchess 03. Today, Scorpion measured 75 and 5/16 tip to tip with a 108 13/16 total horn with a composite measurement of 216 and 15/16. He weighed in at 1,585 pounds. Scorpion 86 is a proven twisty bull that you don't want to miss out on any longer. The unique trait of the purple roan that has been seen in his progeny is indisputable. Scorpion calves are sure to possess his twist. He is docile as they come. The gentle giant is easy to work and finally passes on this trait. He is placed first in total horn each time he has been entered. This frequent traveler spends the summer months in Montana and the winter months in Texas. Scorpion 86 semen is stored at Champion Genetics. It's normally sells for $100 a straw, but we will sell it for $50 per straw during the horn showcase. Here's your chance to add this unique purple roan bull to your herd. We also want to thank the owners of this bull for doing the sponsorship for the live stream here today on the Montex partnership. Thank you so much. We very appreciate it.
I need to go ask Chad a question, but I'll be right back.
WS Hydro, the Rio Bravo Czech son out of WS Shine Down. Hydro's sire, there again, Rio Bravo Czechs and Shine Down, all the Tom Smith breeding. Find a bull with a pedigree as powerful as WS Hydro is and rare in his color. Hydro's dam and grand dam, great grand dam are all over 85 inches tip to tip. WS Hydro is a perfect blend of consistent horn producing families. Hydro has Terry Graves in his pedigree 3 times, Rio Grande 2 times, Tejas Star 1 time, and just the right dose of Butler to bring it all together. WS Hydro has 11 over 80-inch ancestors and several with over 100 inches of total horn. Hydro has been called mulberry roan, blue roan, wine roan, but we think the best way to describe the color of this bull with the many elite animals in his pedigree is platinum. Today he measured 64 3/4 inches tip to tip, weighed 1,320 pounds. Johnny and Missy say platinum. I was going to say chrome. I think there's more chrome on in this bull than the next 5 Harley-Davidson shops that you can cross. And if your color's important to you and genetics are important to you, this is a no miss in this bull right here. So pick up WS Hydro. They've got sheets at the TLBAA, and the Champion Genetics will have sheets to fill out. And thank Johnny and Missy Hicks for bringing him.
We also want to say thank you to Bill and Suzanne Torkelson. We haven't mentioned them yet, but they paid a good chunk of the money for our meal tonight for the banquet here for Bull Alley. So we want to give them a round of applause. Thank you for that sponsorship.
The results that they have on the board, are those final?
I don't know if they are or not.
There's a couple said not available. Does that mean they weren't measured? Like,
Correct.
there's Missy Knoll wants to know because her dad died and she wants to fly in for the banquet tonight if she won bronze. She's winning all 3 on there by a mile.
Okay.
But there's still 2 that say not available.
They're probably not going to measure them.
Yeah. So I can pretty safe tell her she needs to come.
Here in the ring, we have Rebel HR. He is a 321 of 2012 son of WF Commando and HR Slams Rose. Today, he measured 84 5/8 tip to tip, 96 7/16 total horn with a composite measurement of 210 3/4. He weighed in at 1,665 pounds. This spectacularly colored, heavy-horned young bull is the product of carefully planned mating of our best herd sire and our best cow. His sire, WF Commando, is double-bred Hunts Commander Respect son with 107 inches of total horn and 83 inches tip-to-tip. His mom, HR Slams Rose, has over 82 tip-to-tip and as a 5-year-old and sold at the 2016 Legacy sale for $80,000. She won her class at the Horn Showcase. She is an outstanding color. She has great muscling conformation. Note how clean both the top and bottom. We have a number of his calves on the ground, and several of his heifers are going to be in production at the ranch. His offspring exhibit such correctness, muscling, horn growth, and loads of color. We thank Harrow Ranch for bringing him for Bull Alley today.
I'll do the next one.
Give me 1 second to cover one of our sponsors. I want to go back real quick and thank one of our sponsors again, Chad and Janelle Smith, SmithLonghorns.com, Killdeer, North Dakota. There again, Jen and Lynn Torgerson from Lodge Creek Longhorns, Havre, Montana. And going back to the Bolins, the Bolins have been participating in these events for years and helping out with funding. They're 3-time winners of the Princess competition with Promise Me BCB, Swag Darling, and Handful BCB. They've shown Longhorns, California, Arizona, New Mexico, Louisiana, Kentucky, and Texas. So make sure and thank all these sponsors.
JBR Network is a 10-13 of 13 bull. He's a son of the great producing CV Cowboy Casanova and the over 95-inch horn Eternal Diamond. We want to sincerely thank Bill Hudson, Jimmy Jones, Dr. Frank Anderson, John Marshall, Tom Billingsley, Mike Casey, Tom Matot for investing in JBR Eclipse and JBR Network Genetics through the syndication. Now that the syndication has expired, we are offering a horn showcase special of $100 per straw. After this horn showcase, the semen price will go back up to $200 a straw. In the near future, JBR Network and Eclipse, we are going to be pulling 2.1 and 5.0 sex heifer semen available. There is a special rate on that on the entry form. You can get that at the TLBAA desk or over in the Champion booth. Today, Network measured 92 and 9/16 total horn and weighed in at 1,240 pounds. He is brought to you by the Chisholm Trail Cartel.
Golly, that was smart. That was extremely smart.
What?
I know what you did.
Damn Skippy. I'll buy you a drink later.
I'm just kidding. Hubble's 20 gauge has been making some noise for quite some time. This bull's just as gentle as they come. I know a few years ago I was working the ring at the Hudson Valentine show and didn't have to use a stick or nothing. You just walk right up and start petting all over this bull. They've really got him gentled down with an excellent disposition. Today he measured 83 3/8 inches tip to tip, 101 1/4 inch total horn, and he weighed 1,695 pounds. Hubble's Rio Glory is 87 inches. Hubble's 20 gauge is bred by Mark Hubble. He's rocking the Texas Longhorn community with complete and beautifully colored offspring. In every way, his offspring are highly desirable, including early horn growth. His 2-year-old daughters are remarkably reaching into the mid to high 60s. Great horn shape and direction. His unique and powerful genetic maternal line is rich with outstanding 80 and 90 inch plus horn females, such as Horseshoe J Example, Hubble's Rio Glory, Hubble's Morning Glory, Horseshoe J Charm, Dixie Charlene, TXW Lucky Lady, and Hubble's Miss Gleam. These are great females and are complemented by the breeding of the renowned Johnny Hoffman. Altogether, you have proven production of Hubble's 20 gauge, with a Hubble mast helm partnership and through the industry semen sales. Hubble's 20 gauge is being utilized in the best known breeding programs with amazing results pouring in. Look at his progeny across the country and you will agree. Study his pedigree and you will find multiple proven producers of longhorn, horn with twist, outstanding color, color with brindle, great conformation. His great sire, concealed weapon, and grandsires JP Rio Grande, JR Grand Slam, Peacemaker 44, Gunman, Lamb's Power Play, Overwhelmer, and Watson 83 to name a few. You can't lose using this powerful blended genetics. Conventional semen at $125. Heifer sex female semen at 5.0 count per straw, $300. Heifer sex female 2.1 count, $225. The legacy of Hubble's 20 gauge is being written with each calf that hits the ground. Get on board today and take part of a wonderful tale that is being told. You won't regret it.
Here we have 50T, 3rd Armored Division. He is a son of CV Cowboy Casanova out of Hubble's Rio Taffy 3. This would make him a full genetic brother to Casanova Magnum. He brought to you today by 50 Tall Ranch. He measures in at 51 and 9/16 and weighing 958 pounds. High point fertility of the North Winter, almost two, young and confident brindle bull with a total package, genetic horn and outstanding conformation, with full siblings of 90-inch tip-to-tip of age at 4. 50 Tall Ranch is doing the introductory price of $50 per straw on this young sire. And what a gorgeous young dude he is. We would also like to do a shout out to Lindsay Marr. She's our event coordinator this year. She's done an outstanding job getting everything put together in conjunction with Chad Smith. These two have worked tirelessly to bring this show to you. The rest of the TLBA staff have worked very diligently as well. We've had a lot of volunteers. We want to say thank you to everybody for all the hard work, time, dedication, and money brought into this event.
Just want to back up real quick on that 50T 3rd Armored Division. He was 61 and 9/16 was a measurement that he scored today. Going into Kinetic Motion of Stars, who's in the ring right now. We spoke about her mother earlier, who was an 84 and 3/4 inch tip-to-tip female. She's a Starbase Commander daughter. Today she measured 96 and 15/16 tip-to-tip, 112 and 1/8 inches total horn, 237 and 3/4 inches composite, and weighed 1,080 pounds. What's there not to love about a fantastic cow like this? Yes, as Darlene Aldridge says about her wonderful Kinetic Motion of Stars, love to love to love you, baby. Big, bold, and beautiful, just over 1,400 pounds when she's out at pasture and not been traveling. Of course, today with her weight being traveling and carrying around, you'll see a little bit of shrink. A body any cattleman would love and have on a broad cow. We've just listed her horn measurements, and this sweetheart is only 4 years old and 9 months and some change. Some milestones in her young life. She reached 70 inches at 26 months. She reached 80 inches at 2 years and 9 months and 14 days. She reached 90 inches at 3 years, 7 months, and 20 days. Just last year at the 2016 TLBAA Horn Showcase, Kinetic won an impressive array of awards, including tip-to-tip, total horn, composite, futurity class champion, senior champion, overall grand champion, superior award, and People's Choice Award. It will be fun to see if she can repeat those honors this year. In addition, Kinetic is the daughter of one of the best producing cows in the industry, Sequential Stars. Sequential has done more than her share of winning honors also. Tonight, Darlene is offering embryos to be produced through IVF procedure for $30,000. Buyer can select sex of embryo, bull or heifer. Buyer can select sire of embryo with final approval from Star Creek Ranch. A live, healthy calf is guaranteed. The calf becomes a property of the buyer at birth. The calf will be registered in the buyer's name. Star Creek Ranch will be the breeder of the calf. See Darlene Aldridge for a complete list of details and place your embryo calf on order from this fine cow. There again, she's 96 plus inches already, on her way to 100 inches. You got a grand opportunity. See Darlene and fill out your forms at the TLBAA and Champion Genetics.
In the ring, we have SR Michelob 508, date of birth 5/15 of 15. SR Maiden 552 is his sire. On the bottom side, you have the wonderful producing K-Hill 57 cow. He measured 73 and 1/2 tip to tip today, 83 and 5/16 total horn, with a composite measurement of 184 and 11/16. He tipped the scales at 1,505 pounds. He is one of the last progeny out of our 2,400-pound herd sire, SR Madden, in the K-Hill 57. His dam, K-Hill 57's last measurement in July of 2017 was 83.5 tip to tip, 92 and a quarter total horn. SR Michelob will be transferred to his progeny, horn, size, and height. This bull is extremely well made. He's got a lot of depth of rib to him. He's got a heavy shoulder, a deep hip, and great scrotal. He's a magnificent specimen. Thank you for Street Off Ranch for bringing him here today.
Going back to our sponsors again, make sure and visit Chad and Janelle Smith, SmithLonghorns.com, Killdeer, North Dakota. Jen and Lynn Torgerson, home of Scorpion 86 and TC Smoke and Gun, Lodge Creek Longhorns, Havre, Montana. And the Bolin Longhorns, they've had animals here today being measured, or some of their cattle they've produced being measured. Remember, Brent served as a chairman for the Horn Showcase for 3 consecutive years. He's also a past chairman in 2011 and 12. They've shown cattle and participated generously financially and with their cattle for years and years. Whatever.
Wrong song, wrong bull. Wrong bull. HL Ebony's son of Zeus is a son of Zeus EOT 9E5, which would make him a full brother to BL Rio Catch It. On the bottom side, we have Bruce Surprise. This 2-year-old bull has been DNA tested through UC Davis for the color gene. He tested dominant black over the wild gene. This means the majority of his calves will be born black and white, or blue. Offspring possessing this gene will be born red and white, and has either brown, white, and then turn black, plus white. He has had 6 calves to be born to date. 5 are either black, or blue. 1 wild gene brown that is already turning. He measured 66 3/4 inches tip to tip and weighed 1,160 pounds. He is brought to you by E&L Longhorn Farms.
No. Yeah, I think it is.
Again, we want to say thank you to Bill and Suzanne Torkelson for the meal this evening. Something that doesn't get recognized here often enough is the steering committee that goes into the Horn Showcase. This group of individuals, they meet with the board liaison, they meet weekly, bi-weekly. Don't want to leave anybody off. We have Michael Beal, Michael Beck, Rusty Clark, Johnny Hicks, Tom Smith. I hope I didn't forget somebody. But thank you guys so much for the opportunity to do what you do. You guys have been putting on a great show.
They flipped those two.
RJF Accelerator, the WS Amazon son out of Texana Van Horn, brought to you by Big Valley Longhorns. Measured today at 68 5/8 inches tip to tip, weighing in at 1,405 pounds. With so much of the industry pushing the largest horn possible in today's marketplace, we are seeing an assortment of genetics. That is all good and well. Many animals have big horns with no genetics to back them up. They then become producing animals that are inconsistent as far as production is concerned. With RJF Accelerator, we have found out that he is consistently outproducing himself. His loaded pedigree is allowing amazing performance in offspring. He stamps his calves with outstanding color, conformation, beautiful twist at an early age. Bentwood Ranch, Brazos Rose Ranch, Bar R Cattle Company, and Rockin' B Longhorns have some phenomenal daughters that will make your mouth water. You can see the conformation this bull possesses, as was his unique color pattern. Accelerator's sire, WS Amazon, who has sired several daughters that hit 80 inches at 4 years old. Amazon is just over 70 inches. But with his outstanding parents, Rio Grande and WS Rainbow, you see the consistency they bring to the table. Accelerator's dam, Texana Van Horn, who is a full sister to Tejas Star, one of the leading sires producing 90-inch tip-to-tip daughters. Texana Van Horn measured 86 1/4 inches tip-to-tip in April of 2017. Accelerator had a 3/4 sister that sold at the Hudson Valentine Stockyards sale here a week or so ago. A few of his other half-siblings include Archer Texa, Lookenbach Texa, Van Horn Texa 21. RJF's Accelerator's line of animals are loaded with extraordinary individuals, and he adds value to every cow he breeds. We are very excited to have added him to our herd sire lineup from the Allen Ranch Reduction Sale, and we want to give you an opportunity to add some extraordinary genetics from this bull's pedigree into your herd and help take you to the next level. Thank you, Big Valley Longhorns. Once again, folks, tonight, when you before you leave, check out the TLBAA booth, Champion Genetics. You can get your paperwork to sign up for the bulls and embryos that you want. And thank your sponsors, Bolin Longhorns, Smith Longhorns, and the Torgersons out from Montana.
Bill and Suzanne Torkelson.
And Bill and Suzanne Torkelson for sponsoring your food tonight.
I think that's it.
And that'll wrap up our show for this evening. We hope you've had a great time. Thank you for having us back and allowing us to be a part of this. We hope the rest of your Horn Showcase weekend is everything you expect. Have a good night.
Praise the Lord, that is over.